The self-proclaimed leader of the Aryan Nations wants to move the white supremacist group out of North Idaho.
Paul Mullet lives in Athol now, but has his sights set on the small town of John Day in eastern Oregon. Mullet says property is affordable there, and they've even made a trip to the small town. As KXLY4's Tania Dall explains, some of the potential new neighbors don't want to let that happen.
It's a change of plans for Paul Mullet, the Ohio native who moved to North Idaho wanting to create a white-only homeland, hoping to continue Richard Butler's neo-Nazi dream. Mullet confirms to KXLY4 News that the Aryan Nations group recently visited and looked at property in John Day, Oregon. The town's mayor says that report is true.
I feel a sense of relief. I think this area does need kind of a cleansing in terms of an ideological sort of shifting to welcoming diversity.
Rachel Dall, who works at the Human Rights Institute in Coeur d'Alene, says news of a future move is a good thing for a community that's been scarred by its racist past. But Dall warns that it's only a small victory.
Just that they're relocating does not necessarily mean that minds have been changed or that things are dissolving.
Mullet says the plan is to build a compound in John Day where they can train and recruit members. But already residents living in the Oregon community are up in arms. Today, dozens of people picketed downtown, protesting the group's decision to move to the remote community.
I certainly hope that the community, if they do indeed relocate, is equipped, or if there's any way we can support them in becoming equipped to prepare their citizens.
I think that's a good place for them, to be honest with you.
Mullet and a handful of followers have been living in Athol, using this white supremacist website as a recruiting tool. In November, we sat down for an interview with Mullet, who talked about rebuilding an Aryan Nations compound right here in North Idaho and plans to organize a parade in Hayden. Now Mullet claims the move to Oregon is financial. Real estate is more affordable.
It sucks for Oregon, but I'd say let them leave, let them go do their own thing somewhere else.
As Mullet and an unknown number of members look to move west, those familiar with the group's history wish their neighbors all the best.
We don't want them here. It's been nothing but bad news for our reputation and for way people live around here for many years. But we don't want to wish them on any other communities either.
John Day's mayor says with high unemployment and attempts to boost the local economy, having the Aryan Nations group move to that small community could have a negative impact. And a public meeting is scheduled for this Friday and a protest on Saturday in John Day, Oregon. Reporting from Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, Tania Dall, KXLY4 HD News.